Tracy Hagen asked for
No, talk normal.
advice
No, you're talking like
on. This is how I talk.
no, Tracy Hagen asks. No, talk like you normally talk.
Tracy Hagen asked for. How are we going to do this if you keep laughing at me?
You sound exactly like you sounded when you would read me a bedtime story as a baby. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Yours might be the nicest, but mine is the craziest. What did you put in?
It's water. Tracy Hagen asked advice on how mom deals with her children leaving the nest without her. It wasn't easy at first, and then I realized I might need something more to do.
The summer before school, I worked at a Taco Bell. That following summer, guess who was also working at that Taco Bell?
Me! I used to work the front of the house. Then
Ma, you're making it a fine dining restaurant. I used to work the front of the house. I was the maitre d' at the taco establishment.
And they needed me to make food in the back. So there happened to be a fly in the back. And while I was making the food, I said, "Get away, fly!" And I thought that was the end of it. A very nice lady named Nancy, and she came up to the front and said, "There's a fly in my food." And I apologized, and we actually became friends after, but I was very
Became friends with the people who you almost served fried food?
You could also find some hobbies that you haven't had time for, making cookies and creating new and different cookies that wind up being your family's favorites and wind up selling them to an Italian restaurant.
My mother's maiden name is Mogul, and so she became the Cookie Mogul, spelled M-O-G-U-E-L. And she started selling these cookies to local restaurants, and I can't believe it, but they bought these cookies, they put them on buffets, and for a while, my mother was running a freaking cookie ring out of her kitchen. Talk about how you distracted yourself by adopting Simcha, your dog.
That was actually an accident. A friend wanted to go to a festival, and I had watched her dog before, and it was a very, very nice dog, and she asked me if I would watch the dog for the weekend. I noticed the dog was a little pregnant. She told me, "Don't worry, no worries, the dog's not due for at least 3 to 4 weeks."
That's the thing you tell somebody when you want to go to a festival and have them deliver your puppies.
And I was yelling for her and yelling for her, "Come on, come on, come on." Finally at 5 p.m. I decided to take the leash. I went upstairs into actually Ben's old room, which is where she was.
Yeah, this is happening in my old bedroom.
In his old bedroom, under the bed, and there were 5 puppies there.
And a lot of blood.
And a lot of blood and whatever else.
I bet it looked like Psycho in there.
It looked like Psycho. However, they were all brown except for one little white puppy with a black dot on her back. Anyway, we kept her and named her Simcha, which means happiness.
In Hebrew.
She makes me very happy. In Hebrew,
I don't
yes.
know if you've noticed, but my mother is very, very Jewish. That dog was kind of pregnant. My mother's very, very Jewish. We're at a family reunion. There are 30 family members, and my mother and father are at the head of the table. And my mother takes a bite of the fish that she's eating, and it goes down the wrong tube, and she spits it up back into the food. And she was so embarrassed about it that she told the waitress that it made her sick, and they comped her meal.
Can I chirp like a bird? Because I'm cheep, 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 cheep.
Don't make jokes, just be you.
Okay, that is me.